What's up, everybody?
Hello.
Solomon Amanda Ortiz coming at you live from Canton, Delaware. Happy Sunday.
Yes.
And if you're just hopping on the live, drop down in the comments where you're coming in from. Drop your favorite emoji, guys. Let us know if you're tuning in. If you're watching the replay, we appreciate you. Thank you very much. Drop a 1 down if you're watching the replay. And if you're new to the broadcast, write the word new so we can give you a shout out too as well. So we're going to talk about a good subject. I really want to talk about this subject, guys. We all have reasons to quit, and we all have reasons to keep going.
Yes.
And we were watching a video from Justin Prince, one of our leaders in our company, and he was talking about reasons why a lot of people quit and reasons why we should be going and what we should be looking for in ourselves to produce this reason to continue our journey and whatever it is that we're doing. So before we even get into that, let's get us some shout outs out of the way. What's up, Ozzy? Thanks for tuning in. Lori, what's up, guys? And if you're just tuning in, drop down in the comments where you're coming in from. Drop some Waka Flames unicorn emojis.
Unicorn.
What's up, Mom? How you doing? And thank you for tuning in tonight, guys. We appreciate you. So we're going to talk about reasons why a lot of us quit.
Thanks
anybody,
for life, guys.
Us, you, people you know. A lot of people will quit on whatever it is, their goals, their aspirations, dreams, marriage, relationships, whatever it is, their weight loss goals. They quit on themselves. And a lot of the reasons are we have these reasons, these little small voices in the back of our head, and they're also reasons to continue to keep going. So we're going to talk about, our personal story, and we're going to talk about, our experiences and what we've actually come along during that, journey.
Yes.
So you want to start?
I will take over. Okay, so let's talk about quitting. There's an upside and a downside to quitting. I don't think quitting is bad all around, as long as it's constructive quitting. But I can't tell you how many times, throughout my life, trying to lose weight and things like that I would quit on myself. Hey, what's up, Leslie? Thanks for joining.
Thanks for tuning in.
I would start, first week, I'm like, yeah, I'm eating good. Oh, okay. I don't see the scale move. So what do? Man, I just worked hard all last week, and I'm not losing any weight. And the week before I was eating cheeseburgers, right? And I didn't gain weight, so why should I keep eating healthy if, it's not the same? So I would quit. I never gave myself enough time to get adjusted to eating healthy, and starting a healthy lifestyle. So I would always quit on myself. If I didn't think I was going to do something good at my job or anything, I would just quit. I'd say, well, I'm not going to do it, But like I said, on the flip side of quitting, there's always constructive quitting. Quitting, it can be like a very taboo word. People are like, oh, don't be a quitter. But if you come to a fork in the road where you have a decision where you're going to stay with something or you're going to quit and it's going to better you, then I'm all for that. So what do you think about that?
I think a lot of the times we give ourselves, an easy out. It's easier to just stop and do something, or not do something than to go forward and continue your journey. So like with Amanda, your weight loss, it's easier to go and, indulge with, whatever cheat meal it is and continue your cheat meal over and over again because you just had one cheat meal and then you're like, well, one more cheat meal is not going to hurt me. Or you keep going with a business journey and you're worried about what people think about you. Everyone's going to think, that I'm weird, that I'm different. You know what? Guess it's good to be different. Who cares what other people? Who cares, Get out of your own way because they're not paying your bills and it doesn't matter. So a lot of the times, those are some of the reasons that affect us as people, just human beings. And it's really hard. Another thing, the reasons to keep going are things that your family, Your family can be a huge reason to keep going. And this is why it's really important to have, and this is what Justin Prince said, you need to have a bag of whys, because one reason
Big bag.
can always change to another reason. You know, your kids might grow up and they might have their own, you know, they'll go to college, and then you really don't have to worry about taking care of them so much. So you have to change your reasons and everything. Like us, we have our the oldest, he's going to college.
No worries.
Things change. Or if you do lose that weight, then what's next? Well, you got to find a different reason to continue going on. You know, I know Amanda's reason for the beginning of it was because she wanted to be around for the kids. That was the first start. For me, financially, I needed to start, you know, my own journey, because my own business, because I'm unemployable. I can't be employed. I just don't. I did 15 years in the military, and that was enough for me to realize that I do not want to be anybody's, you know, worker bee. I want to be my own boss. So that's why I continue my journey. So, you know, we all have these reasons, but it's so easy to quit on ourselves. It's so easy to give excuses. Well, kids come first, or so and so needs this and that. And guess what? That's true to a point until it becomes a cop out for you to just weasel your way out of things.
Right.
Because guess what? That's so true, but at the end of the day, if you're not around and you're not living as far as your health, what's the point?
Right.
Food for thought, guys. What do you think, man?
I agree. You know, like I said, everything that Solomon's saying, I was there. And sometimes I can still find myself creeping over to that side because, you know, it's just like muscle memory. You know, I've done it for so many years, and I was always big on, oh, well, what are they going to think? You know, and now it's like I'm the girl that, you know, when you think something and you don't say it, I say it, because you know what? I try to be respectful, you know, of everyone, but, you know, you got to be true to yourself. You're not living for, you know, XYZ. You got to be true to yourself, and that's when you'll be truly happy. And, you know, like I said, when you get to that fork in the road, you know, as far as quitting, I mean, you really just got to think about what you're doing.
Yeah, and this is so true. How many of y'all, drop a 2 down, how many of y'all have ever, you know, felt like guilty because you wanted to do something for yourself, but you felt guilty because you thought that you're putting the kids to the side, your children to the side, you know? How many of y'all felt that? Because I know I have, you know, I felt guilty, but here's the thing you have to understand is sometimes you need to put yourself first, especially when it comes to your health and wellness, because if you're not around, who's going to take care of your kids?
Exactly.
If you're not happy and you're miserable, you're not going to be a very productive parent. You know, I know when I was miserable, I wasn't, you know, the best to be around. You know, that's just the honest truth. You got to be honest with yourself. You got to have these moments, the hard-hitting questions, and ask yourself, am I really being the best that I can be? Am I being, you know, 100% the best version of myself? You know, not saying perfect, I'm saying just the best version. And you're trying to progress every day forward of becoming a better you.
Yes.
If the question isn't, you know, if you only know the question, but if the question's no, then what are you going to do and change about it? You know, what are your reasons to continue to progress? And what is your bag of whys? What's in it? You know, children, money, family, whatever it is, you need to have a big old bag of whys. Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, and it's never too late to make a change. You know, you might feel so invested in something. You may have told somebody something, you know, yeah, I'm going to do this. But you can take a step back and say, you know what, even though I told so-and-so that I was going to do something, even if it's, you know, cutting the grass, but you got something to do, you know, you can say, look, hey, I can't do this, whatever. You know, you got to put yourself first.
Numero uno.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because, and there's so many other things we could go on to, but we're not going to go into extreme detail because this is a huge topic, huge subject here.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, guys, what we want you to take away from this video, from this live video, is you deserve it.
Yes.
You are important.
You are important.
You deserve anything that you actually dream about or wish or want. You know, it's just about getting to that level, getting to that point. And how are you going to get to it? You know, a lot of people will settle for less. A lot of people will say, well, it is what it is. That's the way it is. No, it's not the way it is.
And people will tell them, oh, you can't do that. Oh, that's too much for you. You know.
I'm sorry. This just kind of like, okay, so we have a friend of ours, and on social media, you know, she posted up, you know, that she wanted to move to a different location, and someone was saying, oh, well, that's too expensive.
For you.
For you?
Mm-hmm.
Why would anybody say that? Like, do you know what's in their bank account? Do you know how much money they take home? And even so, why are you projecting yourself, your fears onto that person?
Yep.
It's probably too expensive for them. That's why they're saying it's too expensive for them. But that goes to show that there's going to be so many people that are going to project themselves onto you. You need to realize that you deserve better. You deserve more. Don't be ashamed of that.
You see a job posted, right? And then somebody, you know, a coworker finds out you went for it, and, you know, they might be a little, you know, like, oh man, they're going to go. So they're going to plant some seeds in your head like, oh, well, you know, so-and-so applied for it and they know all this, blah, 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 blah. So what does that do to you? That plants in your head like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do this. That person's smarter than me. They're going to do it. So what do? You probably quit. You
back
know?
Out, yeah.
You back out. You second guess yourself. You know, so that's why I tell anyone that comes to me, put your hat in the ring. What do you have to lose? You know, I mean, you're not going to get it if you don't go put yourself out there, so
Absolutely.
You might as well at least try.
And do not be afraid of failure. If you fall down and you fail, that's okay. Right. That's a part of life. You get back up.
You learn.
And you keep going.
And you'll learn something from it as well.
When you quit is when you truly fail.
Yes.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in, guys.
Thank
if
you
you
guys.
found value in this video, drop a 10. Share the video, guys. Please share the video.
What's up,
Hey,
David?
what's going on, David? Thank you for tuning in. So, guys, appreciate your time, guys. Share the video. Share the love, guys. If you haven't already, subscribe to the notifications. It should be somewhere around there on your on your phone or your laptop.
Thanks,
Let us
Mama.
know, and we will definitely check you in the next video. Y'all take care.
Have a great night.
Good night.
Thanks
Peace.
for sharing, Mom.